G'day, it is the 7th of October, so it's time to do the daily challenge. Who do we have? We have Jigme Spadaccini, who is Frail, a supplier and ex-sovereign, and actually has a sword to go with it. So, you know, ex-sovereign is actually relevant. And it's armor-piercing, automatic concussive armor-piercing shotgun. Just kill people, avoid alarms. Is that shotgun quiet? No. So our biggest problem is gonna be shields. Fortunately, they're not on the first ship. And if we get a swapper, then that's gonna make things easier for us. I'm gonna save that visitor for a later ship. And not glitches today, which is good. Don't want to overshoot. Okay, I will need you to turn. And then stab, throw, and throw. Okay, I want these guns. And give me that sword back, thank you. Throw. Shoot. That worked. Give me this. And disarm that sentry. Okay, do we have any gear on this ship? There? Any guards carrying gear? No. So basically I'm going to run through here, kill you, get that key, check what's in there, and be done with it. Once I've killed you, no alarms will get set off, so that all works out well. Now I can go down here, kill you, throw this against you. Okay, well, that makes things simpler. Your target always seems to have gear, which is nice. Oh, okay, fine. I really think this should be fixed, because frankly, this is all that my runs seem to be at the moment. Okay. Got a Sidewinder, we got a Swapper. Oh, guess what? The same strategy that we've used for the second two missions for the last 2 days is going to be present. So I should have used the visitor. Alright. Done. 41 seconds. Okay, so my biggest problem is going to be you. This is assassination, so I don't even need to care about where I'm positioned. So why did I not accept that? And then off we go. In fact, technically speaking, I could throw myself into space. I think this is, stupidly enough, a better way of improving my time, because you can see that my time on either ship decreases, or rather stays at 1. So I mean, yeah, I've had a lot of people say this is an exploit, in which case, Tom, just fix it. It's not that difficult to do. All you need to do is make it actually take a charge. So then swap and stab each of you. Quiet gun means I want to shoot you too. I can't do that. Never mind. Okay, that one is a more interesting problem. If I want to set the alarm off as little as possible, what can I do? Oh wait, your armor piercing, but... Oh, no, I just shoot you, and everyone else is irrelevant. Actually, again, I think this is... stop remote controlling. Where's my pod? It's over to the left. So one thing I did is I yesterday teleported from VR space to real space just to see if I could. It was a really dumb idea. Never ever do that. It took nearly 2 hours to do, and it was incredibly tedious and frankly actually painful because I didn't set up any sort of auto clicker. Should have done that because, as you can see, this takes a lot of clicking. But I'm getting away from the ship. And that's actually the most important thing, right? For my time. In fact, in essence, if I want to make sure I maximize my, or minimize my time for the next one, I literally should just jump into space as soon as I possibly can. Which is really kind of dumb. The question is, am I far enough away from the ship now? The thing is, right, these are incredibly tiny by the standards of the game jumps. So these are really, really not getting me that far. But on the other hand, the ship's not there, so... Nope. Still too close. Stop promoting the pod. There's a ship. So... Actually, I can do this. Nope. Time on or near ship is still too high. Seriously? Oh, right, because I put it on left click. So my bigger problem is going to be the next one. What are we going to have there, I wonder? Because, so the reason why I shot then is because the Sidewinder actually has the exact same properties as a regular, sorry, not the exact same properties. What's relevant when you Sidewind in space is you maintain your velocity. So if I were to unpause, I would be moving at the same direction as I left the ship on. But I now shot the gun, and so this is now getting more distant. Okay, pod, surely. Bugger it, it's not worth it. While it's better for my score, it's not worth the time, is really what it comes down to. That radius is huge, right? If I jet away from the pod at this point, yeah. So the pod basically has to have vanished. Okay. But we got 2 missions done. And I tried that out, and it was effective technically, but fun, not fun at all. Okay. We got jammers, we got trackers. I still think it's worth a shot, because we actually won't lose if we get shot here. Okay, so... got those 2. Actually, out of curiosity, is there anything I would even want from here? The emergency shield would arguably help me, but it's not worth it. Okay, where is me enemy ship? Down this way. And then we do this, and we teleport down. Come on. Sigh. Ah, that's because I selected the wrong telly. And the things you do for efficiency, you do very unfun things. Because if you let a player, if you give me a scoreboard, apparently I'm willing to do really stupid things. This is ironically the opposite of what a lot of stuff in Heat Signature is for. It's meant to avoid this kind of behavior. So... oh, we'll keep using it until things change. Yeah, I thought so. So, you know, if you're watching this as a YouTube video, I recommend skipping ahead a little bit, because this is just going to be me clicking for a couple of minutes. It always takes longer than I remember, and especially since we have a relatively low distance Sidewinder. I think this is about the only time I'm going to do this. It's enough to know that it works. I really don't think it's a fun method. This also leads to a lot of dead air. So, you know, I hope you've been enjoying the dailies. I've really enjoyed them. Plus, I'm doing quite well at them. And, you know, Tom, on the last one he did, actually commented on my name, which is super cool. Just like an acknowledgement that he's seen my name a number of times. I have no idea if he has ever watched any of my videos, but hey, that was neat. I always enjoy listening to the stuff he puts up on YouTube about game design and desperation, and I agree with him that like where his signature really shines is when things are going wrong, but you think you can recover. I've definitely had that happen a lot, where I've messed up, but things are just like continuing, and I just like, I can't believe I'm getting away with this, until inevitably at some point I fall off that edge of the failure curve, and that is generally what I'm chasing when I'm trying to do this. It's also why I'm less interested in doing the Glory 5 kind of the glory board chasing. It's just really time consuming to get to the point where you've got the equipment you need for that, and I don't want to spend that much time on a single character. Most of the time I'm rushing my characters and doing things well unequipped. Green items are relatively rare for my characters, because I just don't care that much about getting them. You don't need them for 99% of the missions you do in this game. So, that's the thing. Come on, how close are we now? We've got to be close enough. So in terms of like real time, this is incredibly inefficient. Alright, this is the worst possible idea. But in terms of mission time, this is damn near instantaneous. And so that's why I do it. Even though it is dumb and it makes everything worse. Oh, that's sweet. So now we sidewind here. We kill you because we can, and that way we don't need to worry about the alarm. Sidewind, sidewind, shoot. And now, aha, I was right. Now I need to get back to my pod. But fortunately my pod is much closer. On the other hand, that means that I'm going to have mission time. I mean, in theory, what I should be doing, bugger, that unpause really cost me, is teleporting up to here. In practice, bugger that for a game of soldiers. Instead, I'm going to very slowly teleport towards my ship. It was going at a fair clip, so the real question is, alright, we're advancing time by fractions. So, by the way, the thing that actually makes this possible is that it repauses as soon as we're teleported. It didn't used to do that. So that it used to basically be useful for minor adjustments. But because it now automatically pauses as soon as you do it, it's practical. That said, if it didn't automatically pause after you teleported, the solution to that solution would be just a script that when you press the teleport button, you also paused. So that wouldn't actually solve anything. It's just, it needs a cooldown in space. It should use a charge. That's it. Make it use a charge, make it have cooldown, and suddenly this is no longer viable. I mean, I love doing it over short distances. I think it's really neat, but it's also not a great plan. And this is also, as I mentioned, really tedious. Especially since I've got to get within the circle that I can't see. So that's like, if I click here, all that happens is the tip changes. Nothing else. But I want to get it as far as I can, because I want as few clicks as possible, because even this, like, is not good for me. I'm sure it's not good for me. Just repeatedly and rapidly clicking the mouse is the kind of thing that gives you carpal tunnel. So, you know, it's a thing. I also don't want to overshoot my pod, because that would be awkward. But we're nearly there. And we've got time on or near the ship at 1 second, which I think is pretty freaking ace. So, hopefully I'm the only one stupid enough to do this incredibly dull approach. Okay, so this will make sure I'm going the right direction. Yeah, Tracker, I mean, that does remind me of, yes, City of Heroes and Champions Online. In both of them, if you teleported, you could effectively fly by just teleporting very quickly in the air. I was also disappointed by teleported in Champions Online because you couldn't use it to go through walls. In essence, what happened is you turned invisible, and then you teleported. You turned invisible, you got to move freely, and then you reappeared. And so it also wasn't instantaneous, which is the other thing I kind of associate with teleportation. And this is technically instantaneous, right? I mean, you can see that time on ship is basically not moving, or isn't moving thus far, and my oxygen meter is similarly basically not moving. You can literally cross more than the entire cloud in one teleport, or one chain of teleports. How am I? I overshot, of course, because I've got to be zoomed in enough that that'll happen. That's so annoying, but also unsurprising. Okay, over here. Come on. So you can see why I overshot then. Okay, so now I just go this way. Yep, got that done in 1 second. Was that worth the time? Hell no. But on the other hand, I mean, I can't really say hell no until I've seen the scoreboard. I think, technically speaking, it was worth the time in terms of leaderboards. But yeah, 597. That is literally the highest score I have ever seen in the daily challenge. If I'm not number one, then someone else is more determined than me. Okay. Terran, congratulations. I mean, 1 minute and 9 seconds. I wonder if you did the same thing as me. So that does mean that if I'd done things better on that second mission, I could have beaten it. So kind of ironic that it's that close, but 1 second wouldn't have made a difference either. I would have needed to cut all 10 seconds from that, and that already like would have been another like 5-10 minutes of clicking. So I don't think it would have been worth it from my time, but still, good effort. And yeah, good job, Terran. That's the daily challenge for today. See ya tomorrow.